Turn the volume up. Things are about to get raunchy.
Welcome back to Raunchy Regret. This is B-Word. Again, full crew tonight. Well, we got a nice trend going on that one. Boys, how are you today? Gnome, how are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Just hanging out. Nice little Monday. Some of us couldn't come out of the tomb on Easter, so we had to pack it in, and which was all good by me. I had to be to work at 5 a.m. this morning, so last night when the canceled message came through, I'm like, I am all on board for this. I mean, I was ready. I was ready to have our circle jerk with each other, but I was more than obliged to be like, yeah, I'll go to bed early. Thanks.
If I'm being honest, when the message came through, when Beezy sent the message and he's like, hey, if we can do tomorrow, I'd be greatly happy for it. And if not, I'll make it. That was exactly my thought. Like, if we needed to make it, I was going to make it.
Yeah.
Speaking of the tomb, I was in the middle of eating Easter dinner and it was so fucking good. I was looking for Pam to spray the sides of the door of the tomb so that way I can get out.
Squeeze out.
Yeah. Because I was like, dude, I was making love to that meal last night. It was so good.
I gotta ask, was it traditional Easter? Was it just like ham and some sides, or what'd you have?
Yeah, it was ham, and it was like cheddar mashed potatoes, and then there was green bean casserole. There was these deviled eggs, dude. Oh my god, these deviled eggs were fucking amazing. My shits today have been terrible, but these deviled eggs last night were phenomenal, bro. They had like little pieces of bacon in them, just the perfect amount of crispy. And then my uncle had this chipotle, like some kind of sauce that you just pour a couple drops on it, just this nice little smoky taste on top of those eggs. It was really good. And then we had, of course, like dinner rolls and stuff like that. And there was desserts, but to be honest with you, dude, by the time the dinner was done, there was no room for dessert. So, like, I ate my limit. So, like I said, the fact that we didn't have to do it at 7 o'clock last night, by the time I got home, I had a date with the Browns at the Super Bowl, and it was a lot. Like, not a lot in quantity. It was just a lot to get there and actually do business. So, I made that appointment successful. So, how's everybody else's Easter? I mean, I wasn't the only one shitting out eggs, right?
I had a very, very traditional Easter. We had matzo ball soup, some challah bread, some potato latkes. Just the traditional Jew food. And that's all bullshit, because I was actually in German country, so didn't have any Jewish food.
You guys are smoking some Jewish hashish.
we actually
packing some ash in the tray, you know what I'm saying?
What he's saying was he went to the gas station and he filled up.
I took a train to get there.
A long train ride. We went.
Some girl gave him his number, or her number on her wrist.
Like I thought this had 7 digits. Why does yours have 9? This is weird.
What area code is that?
Grab that ash outside. Put it in your forehead.
Me and the wife, it was our anniversary coming up later on this week, so we celebrated and we went to this little German town in Texas called Fredericksburg, and they got just a shitload of wineries and distilleries and breweries and shopping and all that. So I spent all Friday and Saturday filling this fucking meat vessel with bratwurst and sauerkraut and beer. So, needless to say, I've been cracking some porcelain myself and just fucking cranking them out, man. It's been a wonderful, wonderful day.
As if sauerkraut wasn't fermented enough, you fermented it further with beer inside of your stomach.
100%.
So that's great. That's great.
And liquor.
That's a fart I would love to whiff on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So that's one of the ones.
That's enough.
That's one of the ones that I sniff, and I'm like, no, this does not require a courtesy sniff.
Something has died in here. Run!
I do the courtesy of not allowing a courtesy sniff on these because they are fucking potent.
Beezy's sitting on the porcelain just going, 9!
That reminds me, like, I don't know, a year and a half ago. I think it might have been in the dad's chat. AJ might recall this. I'm not sure. Or if I just text Josh separately. But I just remember taking a shit, and I was like, I remember texting, like, you ever take a shit that smells like a porta potty? Like, it's that bad. It's just like, when you get those ones, you're like, do not Do not give me a courtesy sniff. Just run, motherfucker, run.
That was the one I did when we were all in Arizona.
Oh my god, that was terrible. I walked right as I walked in the door. I thought I was gonna die. Who fucking died, and why didn't somebody tell me Bieber was taking a shit?
What about you, Stoned?
I took a page out of my Scotch-Irish Catholic father's book and made pizza for dinner because you know what? Fuck yeah, why not? Really didn't feel like cooking.
Did you burn it?
No.
So it wasn't
no,
traditional.
Actually. Thank God. It was not traditional. No, it was New Testament.
Excellent. Excellent.
Yeah. My dad is notorious for falling asleep with a pizza in the oven and waking up to beep, 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 beep. My fucking house is almost on fire. So many times I used to come home when I used to work graveyard, and my dad would work graveyard too. We would work like opposite days. And I'd come home, and it was like 8:30 in the morning. I'd walk in and just smell it. I'm like, oh, I fucking fell asleep with the pizza in the oven again. And open the oven, not there. Look at the pizza box, open it up, and just see it burnt to shit. Dad's walking through the front door 2 seconds later with McDonald's and going, burnt another pizza. And then he walks right past. So fucking good. But yeah, actually, when me and the kiddo were at Sam's Club last time, we were walking through the freezer aisle and I see these pizzas and I was like, it says like product of Italy. I wonder how true that is. True Sicilian pizza. I don't know about this, but you know what? Fuck it. Might as well give it a try. I've never tried this one before. Holy shit. You're actually really good. Like I legit thought I kind of got this from like a pizzeria. It was the only critique I have to give about it is that the sauce was a little sweet, but holy shit, it was like a legit pizza. I was like really surprised. Immediately texted my dad. I was like, hey, freezer pizza connoisseur, you might want to get a Sam's Club membership just to get your pizza fix on. And it actually wasn't like that bad either. It was like 3 of them. I think it was like $9. I'm
Wow.
like, cool. I have to get these again. Because you know what? Every now and then you just got to freezer pizza night it and just say, fuck it. Throw them in.
I fly by the words of B-Word's former partner is pizza's like sex, like bad sex, good sex, doesn't matter. It's still fucking good. It's still pizza, right?
I mean,
You guys got to try Red Baron's fully loaded frozen pizza. That is a delicious frozen pizza.
Really?
I don't like Red Baron anymore.
You got to try
Red Baron-
fully loaded Red Baron. It's
I've had them all.
it's only been out for a year.
yeah, I've had them all.
Okay.
So
All right. Okay.
So Red Baron, my gripe with them is that they used to season their shit really well, and it was my favorite freezer pizza for the longest time. And when they stopped throwing their seasoning on it, it just lost its edge to me.
Agreed.
So every time I have one, I'm like, it's just not as good as it was back in 2000.
The only ones that the Baron still makes that's halfway decent are the personals. The little round personal ones.
the little
Oh,
microwave
little
ones.
deep dish
Dude,
personals?
those
Yeah.
still fucking slap pretty
Yeah.
hard.
Better than Schwann's, though?
Oh, way
Those Schwann's
fucking better.
pizzas back in the day were fucking banging, dude.
Dude,
They're so good.
I don't know if I ever had a Schwann's pizza.
Really?
Yeah.
Knowing who your mom is with the Schwan? Really?
No, that was Pat. My mom wasn't a Schwann person.
Oh, no, that was post you getting out. That was Montana. Okay.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, they used to have Schwan come in like every 2
growing
weeks.
up, we ate a lot of Schwann's pizza. And when I got out on my own, I was like, nah, I'm not going to do any more fucking Schwann's. And then I got married, and we were like, well, fuck it. I don't really want to go to the grocery
Better
store.
call
Let's
Schwan
see
man.
if the Schwan man wants to come make a trip. So we did. We ordered some of the stuff, and it just was nowhere near as good as I remembered it being growing up.
Yeah.
So, especially the pizzas. The pizzas were a big letdown.
That's kind of my fear with like school pizza. I mean, school pizza on pizza day was like the shit,
fuck yeah,
right?
it
Like
was.
I don't remember if it was like an every Friday thing, but occasionally they bring out the pizza and you just lather it in ranch, and it was this flat rectangle of a cheese spread thing, and today it's probably gross, but back then, dude, it just hit the spot, man. It was like I think I'm still losing weight from the fucking pizzas, to be honest with you. Like I still have like Cinnabon 1992 right here, so there's got to be a pizza in there for sure.
That's good shit.
But all right, Nomi. Well, you've got this new game, and it sounds hilarious talking about it. But set this up for us, man. What you got?
So I don't remember who sent it to me. So shout out to whoever sent it to me. but I remember watching this thing, and I put a little spin on it, but it was a video of superpowers with side effects. So you name a superpower, and then your buddy names a side effect with that superpower. So I want to take this a step further, and I will pick one of you to pick a superpower, set the table with it, do whatever you want, and then I will pick another person to pick a side effect for that superpower. And then on top of that, I'm going to pick the third person to name you as a superhero, just to take it to the next level. So, yeah, I think it'll be fun. I think we can get some giggles. And I guess to break the ice, B-Word, I'm going to pick you to follow my superpower.
Okay.
But you can't use the one that we talked about the other day, just for shits and giggles. Because I am going to go ahead and say that, I am going to choose being invisible, so you can get in and out of places, do what you want. Nobody can see you. It's the perfect superpower. However, B-Word, what's my side effect?
You have erectile dysfunction, so you are unable to sneak into places and trying to fuck people. So you can be the cuck in the corner and nobody will know.
Feel it anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Can't rape. Oh no!
Okay. All right. So I have invisibility with erectile dysfunction, and Stoned. I'm gonna
Ted
need
Bundy's gonna be pissed.
Stoned. I'm gonna need a hero name for this.
Yeah, Ted Bundy.
Okay. All right. Ted Bundy it is. Stone, let's go with you. First off, Stone, tell me, where would you like to be a superhero at? Fictional or real world?
You know, I'd probably say like a fiction. I'd probably say like a fictional world. You know.
Okay.
Yeah. God, there's so many good ones though. Where it's like, fuck, where would I want to be? I think I would probably want to be in Wonderland, like the Alice, because there's so much shit in there.
Okay.
You know, there's so much shit to get yourself into.
Get high
Like,
with a
first off,
caterpillar.
probably all day, every day, I'm going to be with Aslan. Like, load up me a bowl, sir.
Smoke this.
All right. So Stone is choosing to be a superhero in the Wonderland of Alice. And Stone, what would your superpower be?
Let's go with X-ray vision.
X-ray vision. And BZ, what would Stone's side effect be with this X-ray vision?
So he's in Alice in Wonderland, but his superpower is X-ray vision. I think it's going to have one of those adverse effects like the mushroom. So every time he uses it, he shrinks. So you're limited use on your X-ray vision. You shrink an inch.
I just always have a piece of cake on me. Why do you have the cake on you? Watch this. Back up. We're good.
All right, and I'm going to take the name on this one just because it's Stoned, and I feel like this fits now. We're going to call him Buzz Lightbeam, is what we're going to call him.
What's with the buzz part?
Well, if you know, you know.
See, that's really funny because I thought you were coming to me for the name, so I was going with like Millimeter Defeater or something, you know?
Millimeter defeater. Yeah, baby. Let's go. Millimeter Peter. You know, depending on which day it is, let's go.
That's fucking funny. All right, B-Word. Let's pick. Let's tell us where would you like to be a superhero at?
Why not Chicago? I have no clue why. But I
Plenty of
feel like
crime
there's
to
a lot
bust.
of crime there.
I mean, isn't that where Metropolis is based out of? Like Gotham City is New York City. Isn't Metropolis Chicago?
I think so.
Isn't it?
Yeah. So I'm gonna go with
right.
Chicago.
And what is your superpower?
Oh, what is my superpower? Let's go with crazy speed, kind of like the Flash.
Crazy speed. Okay, so super speed. BZ, what would his side effect be?
Oh, he gets once he engages super speed, he gets explosive diarrhea. Because like the Flash has to continually eat just huge amounts of food because he burns up so much energy. Well, now you're just shitting it out when you're going. That's why you got to eat a lot.
Stone.
Flash, this is why you're not allowed in Baton Rouge anymore. God damn, keep the Creole food away from you. Fuck.
I feel like I have a decent name, but Stone, I'm gonna let you try your take at his name first.
I just want to name myself.
Speedy Poops.
The what?
Poops.
Speedy Poops.
I was gonna go with Sonic Shitter.
Sonic Shitter. I like that one better.
It's
Sonic
definitely the
Shitter's better.
streaker.
The Streaker. That's not a light beam that you see behind him. What do you got there, B-Word? What do you got for yourself?
I was thinking something to do with like Cosby stripes,
Okay.
but that's. I have no. I just wanted to insert Bill Cosby there, but I have no clue why.
Okay. Beezy, what do you got for us? Where would you like to be a superhero?
Let's go with... Fuck it. I'm not a huge fan of The Lord of the Rings, but I just love the look of it. So I like the Middle Earth. Let's do a little Middle Earth.
Okay. And what would your
Super easy.
What would your superpower be?
Be able to kill a yak from 200 yards away with mind bullets. That's telekinesis, Kyle.
Okay. And
Give me the power to move.
Stoned, what would Beezy's side effects be with his telekinesis yak killing mind bullets?
He's got Tourette's every time he uses it. Hold on, let me move that table. Fuck!
I was gonna say along the lines of if he's gonna use it to kill a yak from what'd you say? How far away?
200 yards away.
200 yards. Every time he tries to activate it, all you're gonna hear is Jim Carrey in the background. Yak. Yak. Okay, so Beezy has Tourette's and mind blowing capabilities. We'll say. B-word. What's his name?
Hillary Clinton.
You just made the list.
I mean, you really missed
talking
out.
About Epstein's.
You missed out on an easy one. If I've got
Easy?
Tourette's and I'm shooting bullets, you just got to call me the turret.
The turret.
I like it. I like it.
The twerking turret. Oh, shit.
That's good stuff. That is great. That's all I got, unless we want to add on to our superpowers. But we could do that another time. So
I don't know. I think we got to do one more. We got to do one more.
I wasn't sure what we were going to do with this, so I just made a list of them. And I had one here, the shape-shifting druid. It's like you shape-shift into animals. And I made a side effect for him. The shape-shifting druid who gets horny as fuck every time he shape-shifts and cannot shift back unless he fucks a member of the same species.
Oh, that's hilarious.
that's good.
Where the fuck am I going to find another shrew in the desert? Shit!
I like that.
I was kind of thinking just give one to you there, Gnome, because you didn't say where you would want to be a superhero. So I think we just say where you want to be a superhero, what your superpower is, and then I'll have the other two fucks figure it all out for you.
Okay, so where I would want to be a superhero? Ooh, that's a tough one. I feel like it would be a blast to be a superhero in Florida. Just saving Florida man from himself, left and right.
You're going to have... Your superpower is regeneration.
Oh, shit.
Mainly because I just want to call you Wolverine.
By the way, wherever you got that fucking picture for that video, B-word, applause. Applause to that picture.
Oh, straight up credit to Google on that one. All right. So you've got, what did you say your superpower was?
Regeneration.
Regeneration.
Okay, so regeneration. So, Stoned, what's a side effect for Nomi?
He loses 1 IQ point every time he regenerates.
Here I come,
He's
Florida.
just a dumb fucking old man.
Nobody's just gonna call me Florida man.
I was going to say, there's Florida man.
His best out look good to you.
You know what? I think Florida Man is probably the best name for it. So yeah,
Yes, it is.
we'll just end that with that because I don't think I can come up with anything better than that. So, all right, well, boys, we're gonna go to our next segment, and that is.
You know, I was kicking this one around for a couple days, and I thought, well, it's March Madness, and we're getting close to the end, so let's talk about favorite March Madness moments. But I was like, nah, that's kind of lame, and whatever. So then I was like, well, it's almost the Masters time. So I'm like, let's talk about some of our favorite Masters moments. And I'm like, yeah, these guys don't know that. So then I figured, let's just keep it nice and fucking simple, and tell me your 3 go-to Chinese food dishes. You're going out for Chinese food. What are 3 things that are must-haves for you?
Can I answer the March Madness one first?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, let's let the guys think, and you can tell me some of your favorite March Madness moments.
My favorite March Madness moment of this year is a tweet. And the tweet is celebrating Caitlin Clark. Is that her name?
Yes.
And saying, I don't see why, or tell me why she could not compete in the NBA. And the person responded, Draymond Green.
Yeah, I saw that one.
And I just went, that right there. Like, all credit to Caitlin Clark, man. She's been phenomenal. But, yeah, she could not go one-on-one with Draymond Green, like, physical in the paint. So that's
funny because I'll bring up one of my favorite Masters moments, which hasn't even happened yet, but it was also, I believe, a tweet. The Brooks Koepka, who I believe is the defending champion, he actually golfs for Live Golf, was talking about Tiger Woods, who also golfs for Live Golf, but everybody knows who Tiger Woods is. And they said, what do you think about Tiger playing in the Masters? And he said, well, I liken that to, you know how when you're a little kid and your mom makes you play with your little brother on a video game, so you give him a controller that's not plugged in? That's the way I see Tiger Woods. He's not really relevant to the Masters this year. He's just there playing.
That's phenomenal. That's phenomenal.
And I was like, dude, that's vicious shit to say. But you are also the defending Masters champion, so I guess you can fucking say what you want at this point.
That's true.
But, I mean, 1v1 Tiger in his prime versus Brooks in his prime, it ain't even close. Brooks gets his ass just fucking wiped daily.
Tiger in his prime. I don't know who can compete with Tiger in his prime. Like, let's put
I
it
think
that way.
right now we're seeing
John
it,
Daly
and
in his prime.
It's
Well,
I think
if it were drinking, I'd say yes.
No. He's going to be right behind him, and he's just going to be throwing racial slurs because it's John Daly in his prime.
Yeah, it's true. I
John
actually
Daly's
think
behind him going, here, kitty, kitty, kitty.
You see that? He's going to crouching tiger, hidden dragon that ball over this fence.
these are all too
Are you
nice
sure
things.
your son is from your wife? Your ex-wife, I should say. Could have been one of 900 women.
We're going to play a game of whack fuck.
B-word, to answer your thing, I don't know that there has been a person yet, but I think there's a person in the making of the PGA right now that in 5 years I'd like to see where he stacks up, because Scotty Scheffler, I think, is a man amongst boys when it comes to PGA right now, and he is just filthy fucking good. And he doesn't even have to win, but he's always in the top 5.
I'd agree with
Always. So I think he'll stack up there. But anyway, let's get to Chinese food. Stone.
Let's get to Tiger Woods' food.
Pussy, pussy, and pussy.
that. Here, kitty, kitty.
For me, go-to Chinese is cream cheese wontons, the rat on a stick, and just regular ass basic white bitch steamed rice.
Stoned, let's go with you. Beezy, for me.
well, you see what I like.
I gotta tell you guys, that was one of the best Beezy impressions I've ever done. I'll take the Masters Cup this year. Thanks, Saudis. Appreciate you guys. 2% equity stock in that oil. Rich man for the rest of my life. For me, it's simple. It's orange chicken, sweet and sour chicken, and chow mein noodles.
God damn it.
Can't go wrong.
Well,
It's
fuck.
good time.
You guys took everything. Fucking love orange chicken. But,
Well, we can't share.
well, we can.
It's a Chinese buffet. There's plenty.
But I love orange chicken. But, all right. So,
You eat too much. You need to leave.
so I'm going to go with
Boy,
orange chicken.
you go now.
No, all you can eat.
I'm going to.
No. You reave right
It's
now.
all you can
Irene,
eat, not
you
eat all you
weave.
can.
Irene, you weave.
Irene. God damn it. I got a funny story about that one.
Let's go with lemon chicken because it hasn't been said yet. And then
That's a good one.
I'm going to go with Beijing beef. No. Let me change that. General's chicken. General's chicken with spicy mustard.
Yeah. Yummy.
Good choices.
Beef and broccoli?
I'll take a General Tso's chicken. There was a guy who worked here in town that made the best I've ever had, and then they shut down because he was the only cook and he died, so they don't exist anymore.
Well, that happens.
But it was delicious. I will take a really good crab rangoon, and then. Damn, B-word, I liked your answer there, the lemon chicken, because that's not see, the lemon chicken that I really like is when it's actually chicken breast with a light breading and then the lemon sauce. I don't like that fried, like, chicken nugget chicken.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, and actually a really good, which is hard to come by from a lot of places, a really good pork egg roll. I'll take
Yeah.
Yeah.
a really good pork egg
And it
roll.
really just depends on the shrimp, too, because I've had some really good shrimp dishes at Chinese places, but sometimes, man, they just don't do it right, so. Yeah.
Sure.
Sometimes it's dysentery shrimp.
Yeah.
You know, I hate ordering shrimp unless it's at like Bubba Gump Shrimp and I get a bucket of it because they'll give you like 4 of them, they'll upcharge you. And you're like, for what? I barely got like 2 ounces of fucking protein there and I'm paying almost as much as a fucking steak.
Yeah, when they used to do the, what was it the unlimited shrimp at Sizzler back in the day?
Red Lobster.
There's a
Or
throwback.
Red Lobster. Yeah, like, those were good for sure, but I don't know, man.
So the fucking Slobster, they did the unlimited shrimp, and I went one time with a buddy, and I ate 150 shrimp before I tapped out and
Hell yeah.
shit an entire crustacean. And then the next year it went up by $2, so we went again, of course.
Nice.
And I think we only did about 70 apiece. And then they went up another $3, and we went that year, and I think we did about the same. And then they didn't do it anymore, and I was a little upset.
Yeah. Yeah, those all-you-can-eat shrimps are pretty damn good, dude. You can get shrimp salad, shrimp stew, shrimp soup, shrimp on the Barbie, shrimp and potatoes. You can get all that shit.
Shrimp salad.
And then you get like 50 down the road, and you're like, I think that's it. So there we go.
This is what Bubba died for. Died for, I've seen.
That's all I can think about right
Something bet me. I fucking love that movie, dude. Goddamn. All right,
Boy,
boys.
you better tuck that lip in before you get caught on a tripwire.
All right, boys. Well, with that, we're going to take a real quick break, and we'll be right back.
The Raunchy Regret Podcast.
I'll bring you guys back to Mad TV back in the day. Y'all remember Miss Swan?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, she's looking like a man.
Two guys in a dart.
Sorry,
And
did I rub my ear hole out real quick?
are you all right, buddy?
I just felt so good. I'm sorry.
This is usually the behind the scenes content that you're getting, but I'm leaving it right here in this episode. We are not taking that out.
Unfiltered discussions.
So you feel like the forgiveness is actually better for you in general?
That was a big reason that the therapist was like, you do have to choose. And the only way you can get that inner peace is by forgiving.
And the Hateful Gnomes Music Hut.
Like our last episode, we're rolling right right into another band.
Hell yeah, when I saw your drummer, I saw he was wearing an obituary shirt, and I was like, yeah, let's fucking go, dude.
Follow B Word Media Group on social media at BWORD Media GRP.
Welcome back to Raunchy Regret. This is B-Word, and Gnome, you came up with this rundown. We've got a final segment here. It's kind of playing on the Raunchy Recast, and you kind of have a twist on this, so set it up for us, my man.
It's time for Raunchy Recast.
Take a big step back and literally fuck your own face.
Yeah, I was thinking, because I'm not a huge fan of recasting in general, but I've played along the times we've done it. I've actually had fun the times we've done it. Just not my cup of tea. But I was thinking, I'm like, let's put a twist on this. Like, let's force some fun into a recast that kind of takes your incomplete creativeness out of it. And so what I decided to do was, a while back, I text each of you, and I just asked you guys, I said, give me a movie and give me a show. And then I had to kind of expound a little bit. So what we're going to do is, each one of you, and nobody knows each person's pick, but each one of you has gotten a movie and then gotten a TV show. And so you have to recast that movie with your TV show characters. And of course, I was just aiming for like the main cast of your movies and go from there. So, B-Word, let's just start with you. So what movie did you get, and what TV show are you using to recast that movie?
So let me set this up, because I had no clue what the fuck the movie was for, and I knew that Gnome had an agenda, so I decided I was going to be facetious. So I said my favorite movie...
Did you say Brokeback Mountain?
No, I said my favorite movie is The Best Little Whorehouse in Texas.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then when he said, well, what's your favorite TV show? I think I said... It was like Dating with Autism or something on Netflix.
Yeah, you said something silly like that.
Yeah,
I said, do you just want to try again?
Yeah, like Dating on the...
I tried to be
think it was Dating on the Spectrum or whatever. But I went ahead and I said Hell on Wheels, just because it's a show I've watched probably a handful of times. Fucking love Hell on Wheels. If you haven't watched Hell on Wheels, I swear by it. I think that Hell on Wheels has the best villain on television. The Swede. He is just the actor's fantastic. The character's beautiful, as far as its portrayal. So that's what I went with. So I didn't know who I was going to cast on The Best Little Whorehouse, so I just kind of picked some characters out. So if you haven't watched The Best Little Whorehouse in Texas, it's headlined by Dolly Parton and Burt Reynolds. It is a musical. Dolly Parton plays the house madam named Mona. Burt Reynolds is the local sheriff. There's a couple other characters in there. They have a deputy that was actually played by Jim Nabors, if you know who that is. And his name was Deputy Fred. He was just this kind of retarded, kind of sidekick, whatever. The villain in this one was played by Dom DeLuise, who is a phenomenal actor. And his name was Melvin P. Thorpe, and he was a journalist that was trying to get rid of the whorehouse in Texas, and that's kind of who the characters who I chose. And then the governor. The governor also plays a pretty big role, because the governor at the end of the movie decided that they were no longer going to do whores. So I went ahead and went with those characters. So for the sheriff, I had to go with Anson Mount. If you've seen Hell on Wheels, he's the main character. Probably his best character that I've seen. I mean, I know he's played in a few things. I'm not a big Star Wars fan, but he's in Star Wars. He also played a Marvel character, probably the stupidest Marvel character ever. So really happy he died in that one. But Anson Mount is my sheriff in this one. There's a lady named Dominique McElliott. I believe she's Australian, if I'm not mistaken, or she might be Irish. She's Irish. Gorgeous. I wish I saw titties in this one, but there was plenty of Subies for me, so I was pretty happy with it. So I'm going to say that she is Miss Mona, because Miss Mona, Dolly Parton, I have no clue who Jolene is, but in this fucking film, Dolly Parton, dude, I'd eat her ass with a straw. She's just phenomenal. So the Jim Nabors character, Deputy Fred, One of the side characters in Hell on Wheels was played by Common, and Common was a slave, and I just thought that he did a really good portrayal of that character. There's no,
So he was
comparison.
just a common slave. He wasn't.
He was
like
a working slave,
a house
dude.
pimp.
No, he wasn't a house pimp.
He wasn't on Candy Cane's Ranch.
No, but I think Common would do a good job as Deputy Fred. I think he could play that character, maybe give it a new spin, and go from there. The governor, I'm actually going to give the governor, the actor who played the Swede, and the reason why I'm going to do that is because I just really enjoyed the character of the Swede. And I'm trying to look up the guy's name. Oh, it's Christopher Heyerdahl is the guy who played the Swede. So I'm going to give him the character of the governor. I think he could probably do a good spin on that again. And then Melvin P. Thorpe, again played by Dom DeLuise. The perfect casting from a character within Hell on Wheels is going to be Colm Meaney. You guys will know who Colm Meaney is if you look him up. He was on Star Trek as well. He's also been on Law and Order, and of course Hell on Wheels. So that's my characters that I went with as far as my recast. It is going to be a more, how do I put it, a more progressive Best Little Whorehouse in Texas. But I think those characters would match pretty well.
Love it. Well done. Well done, B-word.
Gonorrhea from a slow person.
Stone, let's go with you. So let's set the table. What movie do you have, and what TV show are you casting that movie with?
Sure. So the movie I got was A Man Apart, which is an early Vin Diesel movie. It's actually, I think it's probably either my favorite or like in like top 2 like Vin Diesel movies. Definitely, it was like really, really good. It was just a movie about him being a DEA agent, going after the cartel coming, killing his wife, trying to kill him in an attempt, and he gets out and just creates a fucking vengeful rampage, and just tears through the cartel until he finally gets the main person. So definitely I got 5 people to recast from cast members of How I Met Your Mother and their characters. So definitely, like, without a doubt, Vin Diesel's character that was Sean Vetter is going to be Jason Segel's character, Marshall. It's Barney. No, dude. Barney's Hollywood Jack, baby. No. No, definitely, like, one of my favorite episodes, there's a couple of them. In How I Met Your Mother, Marshall is like very nice. He's from Minnesota, and he has a like sweet side to him, but he also like grew up with like 4 brothers, and they're all fucking insane maniacs that play hockey, and they're just roughhousers. So, seeing him in those episodes where he got rough and like had to fuck some people up, I know he could definitely be Sean Vetter. But more so, Stacy Vetter is his wife that was originally played by Jacqueline Oberdorf, played by Allison Hannigan's character, Lily. So instead of him going through law like he did being a lawyer, he's like, let's go through the DEA. And so he goes in the DEA, becomes an agent. Allison Hannigan is dead. Lily dies. And Marshall goes down a fucking deep path of vengeance, which I could 100% see Marshall doing. Sure. And his best friend, who is on the force as well, that kind of guides him through and helps him. Instead of Demetrius Hicks, who was played by Lawrence Tate, who's also the guy from Dead Presidents, Menace to Society, is going to be Colby Smothers, who plays Robin. And the character is going to be renamed to Debbie instead of Demetrius because, is what it is. Hollywood Jack is definitely, that was a Timothy Oliphant's character, is definitely going to be Neil Patrick Harris, Barney, 100%. Just like, what's up, guys? Like, that's Barney, 100%. And then just seeing him get shot, that would something that Barney would get done.
That was legend,
100%.
and I hope you're not lactose intolerant. Dairy.
Suit up! And then last but not least, Mateo Santos, played by Juan Fernandez, that's the main bad guy that he's after that killed his wife from the cartel, is going to be Josh Radnor, who is Ted Mosby.
Love it.
He took all those non-compliments about the red cowboy boots and just went down the wrong path and got very vengeful and was like, I'm going to show everyone what's up with these red cowboy boots. Shove them up your ass with a bag of Coke, baby. Yeah.
I have to
optimal way to do cocaine.
Hell yeah.
Before we
Straight to the
backtrack,
bloodstream.
or before we go forward, I got to backtrack a little bit. I just saw a tweet that came across my phone regarding the Masters. I had to revisit this one. It said, for anyone who doesn't understand how betting odds work, Rory McIlroy is a plus 800. That means if you bet $100 on Rory McIlroy winning the Masters, you're a fucking idiot and you lose $100.
When did he win? He had his streak. Did he win like one or two of them? It was like 2014, some shit.
I don't know that he's actually ever won the Masters. He's won some other major events, but I don't think he's won the Masters. So BZ, mine's really straightforward, so I'll just save mine to the end. BZ, let's go with you.
All right. So, like B-word, when the Gnome asked us, I was going to be a fucking smartass. So, fucking...
Thank God you fucking clarified, Gnome, because all three of us were just fucking around.
So basically what I did was I was like, all right, this is going to be fun. So I picked Repo the Genetic Opera. If anybody has seen that, it's a fucking awesome, really dark musical. So I was on the same page with you, B-word. We both did a musical.
I can't wait to hear this.
Well... It gets louder. So, when that was the movie that I'd picked, and if you're not familiar with the movie, basically what it is there's this big company called GeneCo, and times are hard, and people are getting hooked.
Those
on
the
this
big
drug.
pants?
Yes, GeneCos. No, it's different spelling, same pronunciation.
Same product.
Yes. So the times are hard. People are hooked on this drug called Zydrate, and you use that to go under the knife. So people are getting hooked on doing surgeries. And basically what happens if you don't pay for the surgery, they come in and they repo what you had added to you. So people are getting like bionic eyes and shit like that. And there's a guy that comes in and fucking repos that shit when you don't pay. So super dark, really cool. So for the TV show, naturally, I had to go with The Office. So bear with me on this because I got musics. So let me introduce you. Because I changed up a couple of things. I actually wrote a premise for this. I know, my mic.
Fucking around with them
My
chords.
mic's being retarded. So this is going to be called, oh shit, where is it in my notes? I lost it. I know I wrote it down. I don't think it saved it. Anyways, so basically this is going to be called Refill the Office Opera.
I thought it was going to be Saving Private Beezy, but we forgot to save it.
It's just enough
For those of you who
that we
can't
should
see.
be okay.
For those of you not watching, all we're doing is watching Beezy's tits bounce back and forth.
So anyways. And that's everything. The end.
B-word slow clapping with while he's muted.
Yeah. So that's called gonorrhea from Helen Keller.
And now it's Saving Private Brian.
All right. So this was wicked difficult just because of the two completely different genres. But basically, Roddy Largo, he is Paul Sorvino. He is the owner of GeneCo. He's the big boss. That has to be played by Michael Scott. Shiloh Wallace, she's kind of one of the main characters. She's a young girl, and she's got a bunch of diseases. And that has to be, her actual name was Alexa Pena. She was the little chick from Spy Kids, if you're familiar with that.
Oh, yeah.
So that's got to be played by Pam Beesly. So the grave robber, who's also kind of the narrator for the show, or for the opera, that's going to be Jim Halpert, because he kind of hangs out with Pam the whole time. Nathan Wallace, which is also known as the Repo Man, was played by Anthony Head. He was Giles from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. That is Dwight Schrute. Blind Mag, so she's kind of the other main female character. She's a super popular opera singer, and she had eyes that are about to get repoed. That's going to be played by Erin Hannon. She was the receptionist whenever Pam moved up to sales. So then Largo had 3 kids, a girl and 2 boys. It was Luigi, Amber, and Amber, Luigi,
Kurt.
and Pavi. So Amber Sweet, her character was actually played by Paris Hilton, and that's going to be Kelly Kapoor, because I don't like either of them. Luigi Largo was the fucking goofy-ass brother that was always doing his own little private numbers. That's going to be Andy Bernard. And then the other buddy, or the other brother that had the face mask, that is going to be Ryan Howard. And then,
so close.
So the premise of the movie is, on Refill, the office opera, Michael Scott is the CEO of Dunder Mifflin and is trying to become a monopoly for paper suppliers. His henchman sales team, a.k.a. the Scott's Tots, is Kelly, Ryan, and Andy. They're doing everything that they can to sabotage all the mom-and-pop office supply companies in town. Pam is on a mission to discover what predatory tactics Scott is using and expose him to bring his empire down. With the help from her narrator, Jim, they find the last remaining competitor for Dunder Mifflin is a rather large local supplier, Blind Mag's Supplies, owned by Aaron. Pam and Jim find that Dunder Mifflin is lacing their copy paper with Zydrate and causing addiction, so it's basically like LSD. When Aaron...
I'm addicted to this paper.
When Aaron refuses to back down, Dwight is summoned to start the fire and burn the competition's warehouse down. But after using spiked paper to ignite the building, he gets drugged and is saved by Pam and Jim. And then, blah, blah, blah. They get their story off to the paper. No pun intended. And they shut down Dunder Mifflin.
Love it. Love it. Amazing.
That was very complex, but it turned out phenomenal.
You came up with what?
There was a song from the show, but I'll do that one on a later date. Because I want to do it proper, because it's legit.
Okay.
And I don't know how much of that song we can actually play.
I want to recast a TV show with another TV show.
Well,
Because
maybe
now-
on the next raunchy recast, that's what we do. That's a great idea.
I'm dying to see what the cast of The Office does put into Breaking Bad. Or actually, reverse. So the cast of Breaking Bad put into The Office. I'm dying to see how that goes.
Okay. So mine, despite all the gay jokes that are going to come about from this, I have never seen this movie, the Stone, because I didn't pick my own movie. I did a fair thing, and I said...
You actually went with my pick!
I texted Stone, and I said, I need a random movie for myself. And of course, the very first movie that he throws at me, and the only movie he throws at me, is Brokeback Mountain. Which I was like, you know what? This is going to be the easiest recast I've ever had in my fucking life, because I'm picking my TV show, which would be my number one TV show, which is Supernatural. And the reason I chose Supernatural is, one, it's my favorite TV show that I've seen multiple over and over and over again. but it has such a large cast that I could cast any fucking movie with people from this. It just so happens that AJ picked the easiest fucking movie to do. From what I understand, I've
now we're getting into some incest.
and you know what? There might be some side subgenre of Supernatural fans that, although Jensen Ackles and Jared Padalecki are brothers in the show, that they want to see a little Pornhub straight up peeing on peen action. You know what I'm saying?
Tummy sticks, Rule 34 tummy sticks.
Gnome's Tumblr page is on fire after this.
Ow. Insanity. So first off, I'm just gonna do 4 people. First we have Jack Twist, played by Jake Gyllenhaal. That's obviously Jensen Ackles. They could be, semi twins here, based on their look. And then Ennis Del Mar, of course, a guy with the name Ennis, but it's probably pronounced Anus in Brokeback Mountain, is played by Heath Ledger. That would be Jared Padalecki. Michelle Williams plays Alma, and I'm actually going to choose that Rachel Miner, who plays Meg Masters in the second Meg in Supernatural. The first Meg is a washout, stupid actress that nobody cares about, but the second Meg is the better Meg, and I'm going to choose her. And then lastly, we have Joe Aguirre, which is Randy Quaid, and that is going to be none other than Jim Beaver, who plays Bobby in Supernatural. So those would be my 4. I can't really give any more credit to it other than those 4 cast members because I've never seen the movie Brokeback Mountain. I've used GIFs all the time for gay charades and fun, but I've never actually seen the movie. So, but I thought when he said that, I'm like, I'm just going to run with it because that's the easiest recast I could have picked. I could have really dove into the recast on this one, but this one was just a set and spike. I grabbed my step ladder, AJ set it up, and I spiked it over the net.
I feel like you're giving us some shit when it comes to the TV show because we all know that your favorite TV show is Glee. And you could have sat there and interchanged Glee with some I Can't Quit You Brokeback Mountain. But, here we are.
Now, if those would have been my combo...
That sounds like it's yours, Beaver.
I would have been really screwed if that was my combo because it was a movie I've never seen, and I've never seen an episode of Glee ever. So I'd have been really screwed on that one. But thankfully, that wasn't the case. So...
Well, I do have to give you credit. You did allow me to change from whatever the autistic television show or something that was. And I was legit, like when you text me, I was legitimately pooping. And you're like, what's your favorite TV show? And I'm like, I'm going to be a dick. Something about autism. And you're like, do you want to change that? And I'm like, I don't know what this is for, but I probably need to change it right now. So, yeah. But no, this was fun. This was fun.
It's good. It's different. I actually really like Stone's idea that he just threw out there. I think that would be really fun sometime to do down the road of a raunchy recast of force it upon people that, hey, this is your TV show that you get to recast with this TV show cast. That'd be fun.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I like it.
Good on you, boys. This has been a fun episode. Episode 13. The lucky number 13, by the way. So, episode 13 in the books. Anybody got anything else?
This is where I quit the podcast. Boys, it's been fun. 13 episodes in, I made it, but I'm out. Just kidding. I wish we couldn't end because I really don't want to go do homework.
Wish you would have quit at 9.
Next Sunday. Wish we quit at 9.
All right.
I'll never start quitting you.
Raunchy Regret, episode 13 in the books. Stay raunchy.
I say just give them hell.
I just realized that our little shit in the beginning. I'm like, damn. That would have been for like a top 3. What's your top 3 moments? I've been so drunk. And then just bam, we all could have went to those, but we're just having too much fun after that.
Maybe
top 3 one-night stands. Yeah. Drunk or something.
Ooh.
I don't usually remember those. Too drunk.
My dick doesn't normally work in those, so there we go.
Millimeter Peter, let's go, baby.
Watch out, you think you're big baller. Bow down to make another dollar. Stand up and hear the world holler.
I say just give them hell.